Hello there my friends and welcome to No Nonsense Metal Reviews. I'm George and today I have another instalment of Heavy Relics for you, where I'm going to be showing off a few of my latest vinyl finds. A few articles I am very happy to have stumbled upon and found a very good deal for. Although I'm not going to go into money necessarily, I certainly did find all of these for an absolutely killer price. A real steal. So, we'll kick off with a little rock and roll band that you may have heard of, mainly because they're probably one of, if not the biggest, rock and roll bands around. The mighty Kiss, perhaps, certainly commercially, one of the biggest bands ever, cashing in on absolutely anything that they can stick their name on. These guys were ahead of their time in terms of heaviness and their songwriting. They have the material, they have the look, they have the heaviness. And this is their second album, Hotter Than Hell, from 1974. In my opinion, not as good as the first self-titled album, no, but certainly a strong rocking album. And this is in absolutely immaculate condition. The only thing that I notice amiss is a little bit of sticker damage there, but just look at the condition of that. That is in immaculate condition. This is I believe a phonogram release. Phonogram, yes. Casablanca. As far as I'm aware, this is an original, and it's a solid album. It's a solid rocking album. We get some great tracks here. We've got to Choose, Parasite, Going Blind, another good song, Let Me Go, Rock and Roll, Coming Home, Strange Ways. We've got some really good tracks here, in fact. And this is a solid rocking album. You can say what you like about Kiss, about the makeup, about the fact that they are just a commercial powerhouse, but when it comes to rocking, these guys absolutely roll. They are hotter than hell. 1974, an album that I'm very, very, very pleased to have on vinyl. The only other Kiss record I have on vinyl is the classic Kiss Alive 2. So this makes a fine addition covering that early period, Hotter Than Hell. Fantastic album. Although the artwork leaves a little bit to be desired, it's still a great album. So, completely changing the style here. We are going with an Australian heavy metal band. I had never heard of these guys until I saw a seller who I frequently get bits and pieces from, records from, who listed this album. I'd never heard of it, and I was just curious by the name. I thought I'll look it up. An album from 1988. Certainly a rare album, there is absolutely no denying that. A band called Taramis, with an album, Queen of Thieves. Some very interesting artwork there, very comic book sort of gothic vibe there. We've got a sort of fantasy queen, we've got some goblins. Okay, yeah, we've got all the essential elements there, but this is a very odd album. This is a bit of a underground classic. It's held in high regard, I should say, by a lot of people. A lot of people really do rate this album and rate this band as being something of a diamond in the rough, a gem that not many people know about, that not many people are aware of, but it's something special. It's certainly good musically. I would say that other than a little bit of a shaky vocal performance, this is a very progressive album. To be honest, it sounds like a fusion of Candlemass, Iron Maiden and Queensryche. Take elements of all of those bands and throw them in together, and this is essentially what you get. You get Taramis, Queen of Thieves. It's a good album. It's a heavy metal album, definitely, but it's just it's a bit mind-blowing. It's a bit of a mind-boggler more than mind-blowing it's interesting, it's very different. I would say that if you do like Savatage or Queensryche, then this is definitely an album that you should check out. Definitely check out Taramis. I think they only had a couple of albums, but they're certainly very individual. Although they are essentially re-delivering a style of music that is, by this point, 1988, it's been done. It's been redone and it's been done again. It's certainly not anything new, but they do it well. Musically, you've got some good tracks, you've got some great instrumentals there. It's good, strong stuff. As I say, the vocals do leave a little bit to be desired, but you've got some good songs. Taramis, Queen of Thieves, an interesting album. Changing things entirely once again. Nuwobum, one of my favourite movements in the heavy metal history. How could we talk about Nuwobum without mentioning the mighty Samson? Paul Samson and Company, second album, Head On. This is an album that I feel is just underrated and overlooked all too often. This is a different album. This is not, shall we say, Iron Maiden's debut self-titled album or Wheels of Steel, but this is 1980 and this is heavy metal. This is new wave of British heavy metal. Done well, definitely. You've got some great tracks there, although it just doesn't pack the punch, shall we say, of their contemporaries, of the likes of Saxon and Iron Maiden. But as I say, you've got some great tracks there. Hard Times is a great rockin' number. Vice Versa shows the great Bruce Dickinson before he joined Iron Maiden a couple of years later, delivering a fantastic vocal performance, absolutely superb. Doing a great job. Musically, it's great as well throughout the album. Paul Samson is a fantastic guitarist. We've got Chris Aylmer on bass, Bruce, the great Bruce Dickinson on vocals, and then Thunderstick, not a very good drummer, but a iconic name and character on the drums. As I mentioned, we've got Hard Times, we've got Vice Versa. We've got Hammerhead, another great, that is a Nuwobum track for sure. Take Me to Your Leader, Walking Out on You, which is a long, that's more of a Deep Purple-esque heavy rocking number. But it's a great album. I really enjoyed it. It's probably, in my opinion, my favourite Samson album from the early era. I'm a big fan of some of the latter albums that they did, most notably Don't Get Mad, Get Even, which I think is a superb album. But I think this is a great record and it's in brilliant condition here. I was very pleased to find this one. We've got, I believe, a nice insert as well. So we've got the full, genuine, authentic article. Samson, Nuwobum greats that they were, never quite made it to the successful status of the likes of Iron Maiden or Saxon, as I say, no. But alongside Tigers of Pantang and alongside Diamond Head, they are unsung heroes of the Nuwobum scene. There we have it. So that's all I've got for LPs, but I did want to show off in closer detail a couple of articles that I got very recently, and I've talked about this one on my favourite EPs review. I got this rather lovely 7-inch single release, or 7-inch EP release, I should say. Motorhead live EP, The Golden Years. So this is a 4-track EP. It's got a little bit of a crease up the top there, but it's in very good condition other than that. Really nice condition. Just the 4 tracks, Leaving Here, Motown cover. And we've got great cracking live renditions of Stone Dead Forever. Then we've got Dead Men Tell No Tales, that iconic opening track from the great Bomber album. And then we've got the best version that you'll hear of Too Late, Too Late. Motorhead, just a band in their own right, an icon. Iconic sound, iconic style, iconic riffs, iconic vocals. You can't replicate that heaviness. Motorhead, and this sounds great. It's a great EP. Alongside that, I also got for £1 each, respectively, from the market stall that I got that EP from, a couple of Saxon 7-inch singles. We got And the Bands Played On, with B-side of Hungry Years and Heavy Metal Thunder. Yes, this one is stuck in a outer sleeve. I can't get it out. Having said that, the disc itself is in absolutely fine condition, hardly a hairline scratch on it, oddly enough. But those are some great tracks, and it's just a really nice thing to have. Certainly when Saxon are my favourite band. We've also got Never Surrender. A classic, a true classic. B-side of a remix version of 20,000 Feet as well. A lovely thing to have. Just a nice collector's piece. It's nice to just perch it on the side and you just see that logo, and it just makes you want to rock, makes you want to listen to some more great heavy metal. There we are. A few more little 7-inch singles. Do you have any of these albums? If so, let me know. Are you a fan? Are you familiar with Taramis? What do you think of Kiss? What do you think of Samson? If you're not familiar with any of these records or these names, check it out. You will not regret it. And let me know what you think. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. Very much appreciated as always. You take care, my friends. Stay heavy.